All right, welcome back to another episode of the Perfect 10 podcast presented by Boot Crew Media.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by the Kelly Gibson Foundation. The Kelly Gibson Foundation is a community-driven nonprofit organization that focuses on supporting first responders, military initiatives, and children's athletic programming through golf in the greater New Orleans and Gulf Coast region. For more information, go to www.kellygibsonfoundation.org. Again, that is www.kellygibsonfoundation.org.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jobs,
dude.
we all got them. We don't ever want to go to them. We'd rather be doing other shit.
I like doing mine, honestly.
I think you'd rather go golfing most days.
Fair. But I don't think I'd rather do either one of them
As your job.
I would. I mean, I like if I golfed every single day. At some point, I'd be like, I want to go build some stuff today.
Yeah. So, jobs.
Yeah.
These are jobs we would not do.
Okay, so
And as we said in the last episode, it's not like
nope. See, I was about to cut you off there. See, we didn't specify that they had to be common jobs.
well, that's how I framed it. I said common jobs we'd never do.
Okay, so mine's just jobs we wouldn't do.
Yeah.
But majority of mine are very common. I do have a couple curveballs in here. My top two, though, extremely common.
Okay.
But
Got a trivia question for you.
okay, what is it? How many jobs are there in the United States?
No.
That's what I would ask you.
That's a Jake question. All right. Which job in the United States has the highest turnover rate?
Ooh. All right. Let me think here. Is it manual labor?
No.
Okay.
Fun fact: 1, 2, 3, 4. The top 5 jobs, none of them are manual labor. Good job, America.
Yeah, well, I mean, most people that are doing manual labor don't have as many options.
That is fair.
It's a twofold kind of situation.
That is fair.
Or they want to smoke weed and not get drug tested.
That is also fair.
So it's kind of your own choice.
All right.
So most turnover can't be teacher, right? Because you got to go to school to get a degree, and then
Yeah, your options are very limited if you have a teaching degree.
can't be nursing because again, you got to go to school for it, all that fun stuff. So it has to be something you don't have to have a higher level education for.
Nope. That's false.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm gonna give you 5 through 2.
Okay.
All right, consulting, number 5.
Well, that's dumb. What is consulting? Could be
4.
1,000 things.
Yeah, 4, marketing.
Again, dumb.
3, product management.
Dude, all these are vague.
I'm going by LinkedIn data right here.
Oh,
If anybody knows, they do.
well, that's
number
not a
2
specific job. That's a career path.
Number 2, research.
See, this is a dumb
All
list, dude.
Well-
Education.
No,
Caretaking.
no.
It has to be some dumb broad term, dude. I'm thinking of a specific job.
Coming in at 14%. We got human resources.
Okay, HR. What? I mean, that is so vague.
Just saying.
That's a career job. Like it's career path. That's not a specific job. I mean, I guess there is HR offices. What is it? What is it? What is an HR person's title? HR?
Yeah.
Okay.
Human
I guess.
resources.
I mean, fair.
I mean, we all dealt with them at some point, and I fucking hate them.
I mean, I've never dealt with
I mean,
one.
if you're so unanimously hated at your job, I'm not surprised people want you to fucking quit.
I don't know that I've ever met anybody that works in HR.
Probably because they just stay in the house because they know if they go in public, they might get their shit jumped.
But I mean, I've never. Well, I guess like when I worked at Southeastern, I guess they had HR.
Yes.
But I mean, I never talked to them. Not that I can think of. Worked in the gym.
Yeah.
Wasn't getting too outlandish in there, you know. Okay. Well,
All right. So, got any honorable mentions? Only got one.
I only got one, and it's a very uncommon job. Like, so I started listing off like ones that I could think of, and then you know me, dude. I go digging through the internet trying to find something that I really. Let's see. There's only 2 or 3 that I even pulled from off the internet. The rest came off the dome. But honorable mention, I got crime scene cleaner.
Oh yeah. That has to suck. Clean up blood, guts, doo-doo sometimes.
And like partially decomposed bodies and stuff.
Yeah, pick up a finger, put it in a little Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
That's got to suck.
That ain't for me. You'll actually, my list has a very common theme of I don't like nasty stuff.
I got a mix.
Very common theme in my list.
I've got a mix.
Anyway, but so that's my only honorable mention.
My only honorable mention, I got a politician.
Okay.
I could not do that.
Okay. Well, hilarious, odd.
Coincidence.
Well, dude, I'm drawing a blank on words here.
You'll get to it.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna roll directly in from that of yours
Into your number 10.
into my number 10. My number 10 is teacher.
Hey,
Look at that.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, segue was the word I was looking
Yeah,
for.
that's a pretty-
I could not pick that word out of my brain, dude.
That's probably the most gnarly segue we've ever
We've
done.
ever had. Dude, you went straight from politician, which
Aspiring to be. Hey, more power to you.
coincidentally, I talked to a parish councilman today about the situation they're doing in our area around the shop about all the rezoning. And I was like, hey man, you're one of the few councilmen that I've dealt with that is actually kind of like everybody likes.
Yeah.
I was like, how many terms you got left? He's like, dude, I'm out of here December of next year. You want to run? I was like,
Do it.
I didn't want to, but now that you say that, might do it.
Do it.
So,
I just want to have an early election party. Oh, those two love bugs end up fucking.
oh, dude, they're doubled up. Oh, dude, there's two more over there.
Oh, it's a fucking
This is a wild speaking. I mean,
orgy.
yeah. Well, forget. I just vaguely announced
If
that I may be running
listen
for
to-
council. We're talking about love bugs, by the way.
Yeah.
I
If
don't
you
know if we
listen,
acknowledged that in the last episode.
if you
or
listen
not.
to the last episode, I pointed out like one love bug was searching for the other. Guess what? He got it.
They found each other.
No, good job. Get it.
Anyway, so
Yeah, teacher. It's a shit job.
well, no, all right. So mostly for the fact that like I feel like I'm pretty good at teaching or explaining things. Like so in the shop, right? Like when we
Mhm.
hire somebody new, I find that I kind of over explain. Like, cause I like to know things. If you're explaining to me how something needs to be done, I like to know why it needs to be done that way and how to do it. So,
Okay.
so I can understand the function of the entire thing.
Yeah.
Don't just come up and say, "Hey, do this exactly like this," and then walk away. Because
Well,
I'm
that's
like,
just a shit teacher.
right. But I
The
kind of,
real ones, they actually explain what the fuck's going on.
I kind of over explain though. I go like a couple layers deep into why
See,
it
that's
works
what-
the way it works.
That's what I do. That's why I get flagged on my observations.
So
I go way in depth.
my problem as a teacher would be if I explain something 8 times to a kid and they just don't get it, I would be just wildly infuriated.
Welcome to that's every day for me.
That's why
That's why I was pouring that drink on Snapchat earlier.
so I put in my 10 spot just because like I think I would enjoy teaching like a higher so I used to love math. I used to love calculus, all that stuff. Now I haven't
Nerd.
done it in 15 years, so like I couldn't solve a calculus equation for you right now. But like I love trying to figure out new ways to solve equations.
Okay.
So I feel like if I were to go back, I could be a upper level math teacher had I relearned the subject.
I gotta tell you, don't want to do upper level.
Well, I mean, because once you get to that level, it's kids that like know for the most part.
Oh,
what
you
they're
talking
doing.
about college?
Yeah.
I was about to say you don't want to do high school because they get less than a fuck.
Right. well, Yeah. I mean,
The
like,
older they get, the less they care about what you have to say, unless you get that one kid that actually likes the subject.
oh, right. So when you get in the upper level of college, it's people that are there for that.
And me as a middle school
Specifically.
teacher, I'm at an advantage because they're still at that age where they're scared of mom and dad. I'm not afraid to FaceTime
Right.
mom and dad in the middle of class.
Nice.
And like they get them straight just quick.
Like, otherwise, I can't imagine what I would like to teach just because, like, it would just infuriate me so often. So that's why I have it in my
I've
time.
taught ELA English. I've taught science and I taught social studies. The one that I get the most out of, the most joy out of my job was
social
probably
studies.
no English. Social studies was probably the most frustrating
Okay.
because even at that age, nobody gives a shit about history unless you actually like history.
Well, so the history thing, though, I feel like that's something like if you enjoy history, you can just teach it. If they fail, they fail
Yeah, but they fell
because it's something.
you get questions thrown your
It's
way.
something in the past, though. It's nothing like math is like always evolving. Like every equation's different. Blah blah blah. Like history is just history. It is what it is.
Well, but then sometimes you learn something new about an event in history that kind of changes what happened.
okay, I feel you.
Yeah.
So teacher is my 10 spot. My number 9, a little off the rails here. Just because this one messes with you emotionally. I don't know how people handle it. Like I understand, like there's actually different versions of the same thing, and the different versions of them exist in a way that like you can cope with it a little bit better. I got death row executioner.
Oh yeah.
So if you're on firing squad,
I got something pretty close to
if
that.
you're on firing squad, they only do like if there's like 9, I think it's like 9 guys, and only one person doesn't have a live round. So everybody in their conscious just assumes, hey, I was the one that didn't have a bullet in the gun.
Yeah.
But you shoot a blank. So you don't know if you had a bullet or not. So everybody can operate under the guise of, I wasn't the one that shot it.
Yeah.
Because they don't know who did or didn't.
Yes.
Now,
if
clearly,
you're like pushing the plunger that has the needle in his arm,
it's just you.
Yeah.
Or the one flipping the switch to
fry some bacon,
fire up that electricity. Right. But death row execution, just because I understand, like, hey, this is a bad person. They didn't get here
right
living the good life.
Right. I mean, I know they deserve to
but
be
you
here.
still are taking somebody's life.
I couldn't do it.
Right.
I'm with you on that. I cannot take a life.
Right.
Like I feel bad if I hit a squirrel in the car.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
I've gotten way softer over you. I don't like squishing any kind of bugs or anything anymore. Well, I mean, mosquitoes, I'll kill those. No.
I'll fuck up a mosquito or a spider.
Right.
I'll spray a roach. I'm not stepping on a roach. I don't like the crunch it makes.
Dude, the crunch is brutal.
Makes my skin crawl.
But like any other.
But then again, you spray, if it's like on the wall, you spray and it starts flying at you. Dude, that's just like, I hate it.
Any other like critters though, I just don't like killing stuff anymore. I mean, I
have no problem eating it.
I like hunting.
But don't.
I still like hunting and fishing because I'm gonna eat those things.
But I'll eat it. But I can't do it myself.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. So that's my number 9. My number 8 spot. This one's a little vague, but I mean, I can narrow it down to one specific job. But the broad description is any job with a wild shift schedule.
Yeah, like working 12s and stuff,
or like working like 16s.
No, fuck that.
Or like 12s. I have to do that sometimes at the shop, whatever, when we're super busy. But more specifically, there's a lot of boat shifts. Like if you work on tugboats or I think like the nav boats or whatever, they work 6-6-6-6.
Hey, that's pretty metal.
So 6 hours on, 6 hours off, 6 hours on, 6 hours off.
Nope.
Nonstop.
Not doing that.
It never ends. You're either like 14 days at a time or 21 days at a time.
Because I need wind down time after the job and I need my sleep.
Yeah, but
you take that away, either of them away from me.
Imagine going 14 days of 6-hour shifts, on off, 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 on.
That would kill me mentally.
I would go insane.
That would kill me mentally.
Because I mean, you're gonna go.
I would jump overboard.
And it's wild because a lot. I mean, I think almost.
But hold on. Let me preface all these picks. We're not shitting on these jobs. If you do these jobs, hey,
mad respect,
mad fucking respect.
Right. I'm just saying I couldn't do it.
I just can't do it personally.
Right. Yeah. Everybody has their own thing. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't want to. I mean, I'm blue collar. I do manual labor in the heat all summer.
Yeah.
Working on cabinets, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't want to do that either. But
and sniffing sawdust.
Yeah. And I hate dust. I blow off about everything 50 times a day.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that shift schedule would drive me insane.
Oh, for sure.
You're working 6-hour shifts nonstop for what? That's 90 shifts in a row of 6 hours.
Yeah.
Can't do it. That would drive me insane, you know? So yeah, I mean, mad respect if you can. I remember when Joey did that. It was I think it was on some tugboat or some crew boat or something. And dude, I was like, and it's maritime law, so like if you go, like they had some dude on their boat that like was losing it and got in some fight. If you get in a fight out there, like you get like the rules are way more strict. Like I don't know. Anyway, but any any job with a wild shift schedule. If it's 7/16s, again, drive me nuts.
Yeah.
So that was my 10-9-8.
All right, my number 10. Pretty specific job. Washing windows on tall buildings.
Ooh, yep, not for me.
Nope. Fuck that.
I don't care how nice the scaffolding setup is.
Like I was watching a movie a few weeks ago, and like this dude is just sitting there like cleaning a skyscraper window, like just all the way up there.
Bruh.
I'd be like
Oh.
that's panic right there.
My
That's
balls
panic.
would be in my neck 24/7.
Hey, mine too. I'd be so scared.
You get that feeling.
like I'm like you get that call of the void that you want to jump.
Yeah, dude. What is that? Is that
That's what it's called, call of the void.
call the void?
Yeah, it's where your body has the instinct to jump off of
Yeah,
a high place.
I have, dude. I don't know why.
But
That's a common thing.
it's a common thing.
Okay.
Very common. Like I had that one, like the very first time I went to Colorado, my step grandparents were like showing us. I was like on the edge of a cliff. I'm like, I want to run and jump off.
And
this
dude, I know.
motherfucker.
it's a terrifying
And then I
feeling.
catch myself like, dude, what the fuck are you thinking?
It's like if you're driving, it's like, what if I just yank it off the road
yes,
right now?
that's what it is.
Oh, dude. Okay. Whatever. I got to learn how to cope with that thing.
It's just a natural thing. Everybody goes through it.
That's wild.
If you don't, then you go get your brain.
What is
studied.
it? Call of the wild?
Call of the void.
Call the void?
Call of the void.
Okay. I'm going to have to look into that more.
Yeah.
Because the more I looked into sleep paralysis, the more it went away.
All right, number 9. I got defense attorney.
Oh, I'd love doing that.
I could not do it.
Okay. Well,
I got such a low.
no, wait. I would love being a prosecuting attorney.
I could prosecute. I would do that, but defending somebody,
I could absolutely defend only if I knew they're innocent.
exactly. And like, if I have a sense that they're guilty, I'm throwing the case.
So,
Because I feel like I have such a strong moral compass that I cannot defend somebody who did wrong.
Okay,
Like if
right.
I'm defending Casey Anthony, I couldn't do it. But if I was defending OJ, I would defend him to the.
here we go, dude. Figured out some way to slip him in there, dude.
Had to.
Uh,
But again, what if he didn't do it?
fair, kinda, I guess.
Like I want to
A jury found him innocent.
I want to make like a TV show of an alternate universe.
Now we're
One-
talking, dude. That's an
once-
original TV show.
One season. What if OJ didn't do it?
Yeah,
Or just call it OJ didn't do it.
dude,
Like, what would the world be like if OJ really didn't do it? They actually caught the killer
genius.
after all this time. We're in present day. Turns out some guy comes forward. I killed Nicole Brown Simpson. This is how I did it. Here's all the evidence. I even take myself doing it.
No, dude, this is such an easy hypothetical TV show to set up. Because now in the day of Crime Junkie, right, where everybody is obsessed with true crime, you come up with an alternate scenario where they did find all that blood that was everywhere. They end up finding one other person's blood. They go back, they look through because they went through all the sales of isotoners and they figure out because they were like some high level thing where they like knew who had them.
Mhm.
You could create a whole show around finding the real killer.
Who would you cast as OJ?
What is it? Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, there you go. And he just walks around. Just,
He was OJ in the other one, right?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, recast him. Would you make it like a series, like a drama, or like a comedy? I'd make it a comedy.
No, dude, drama.
You gotta do comedy. OJ just going around saying "fuck you" to everybody, like flashing his nuts and everything.
Cuba Gooding Jr. would love to do that too. But
We'd
no,
probably get sued if we made that show by the estate of the Simpson.
it's hypothetical, dude.
I guess.
Based on a true story, though,
Yes.
you could legally put, based on a true story, the fact that OJ wasn't the killer because
Yes.
he was acquitted.
This is true.
But anyway,
I'm not touching it though. If you're a creator out there, you can have it.
anyway, dude, I feel like the time has been flying these last 2 episodes. We're already 20 minutes in.
Holy shit.
Uh,
That's my number 9.
yeah, okay, let's get
All right, number 8. I could do this job easily, but this is one of the few jobs I have too much self-respect for to do. I got social media influencer.
Oh, because you dipped your toe in it.
What do you mean I dipped my toe in it?
You've been influencer.
Yeah.
Okay, not just social media manager.
Yeah. Not manager.
I hate doing that too. I couldn't, you know what? Honorable mention.
Social media manager, yeah. That's a pain. in the
I
ass.
mean, yeah, it is.
But social media influencer, I just like, I would not take myself seriously as a person.
Okay, fair.
I just could not do it.
Well, if you were like somebody like Bob Does Sports, if you do it in a comedy fashion,
I'm talking about these people like these
TikTok dancers.
Yeah.
Well, that's just dumb.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're an influencer to start with is dumb.
Like I need some, what's the word I'm looking for?
Some sort of validity.
Self-fulfillment.
Yeah, right.
I need that. That would not fulfill me.
Well, so there's a lot of accounts though that, I mean, I'm assuming the definition of social media influencer is just somebody that has a lot of followers. Therefore, anything they promote, they have influence.
For sure.
So there's a lot of social media accounts with a ton of followers that are cool, that are just funny and stuff.
Yes.
Hoodville technically is a social media influencer.
Yes, but I would not do that.
Okay.
Because then I gotta post memes all day.
Right.
I like finding memes and laughing at them and sharing them with
Fair.
people. I just don't want to run a meme page either.
But somebody like Bob Does Sports, he's just a funny dude that plays golf and stuff.
Yeah, it's different.
Right.
He's actually accomplishing something. He's playing golf.
Right.
He's out there doing something.
And so it would have to be a job that you like doing that you become famous for.
Yes, that's the difference. But just sitting there taking pictures in front of restaurants or
right. Okay. Yeah. See, that's dumb. See, I could have
doing a TikTok dance, making your ass cheeks
I could have
clap.
and probably
Couldn't do it.
still could become a social media influencer just by like if I had the patience to post videos of building stuff. Because there's so many accounts.
But you wouldn't be an influencer. That's basically you advertising your product.
Right. But at a certain point, once you get to a certain amount of followers, you just are an influencer. By definition. We go get another beer, dude. I meant to grab you one.
Oh, good. Couldn't swallow that for a second. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Anyway, okay. So that was your number 8?
That was my number 8.
Okay. And so that one was a disrespect pick.
Yeah. Fuck that. If you're a social media influencer, how did I go from defending OJ to like bash? Like it's because of OJ we have social media influencers. Fair. Like we made that connection. I will argue you down to the fucking end of time that OJ is the reason we have these motherfuckers out here.
I don't think anybody can argue that.
Argue against it.
Right.
They can't.
Right.
Because we're right.
I don't know how we wouldn't be.
It is what it is.
He created the Kardashians, who created social media influencing. Yeah. So my number 7, again, I'm gonna go kind of vague and then narrow it down. I got an assembly line worker, like a car factory.
Yeah, you're getting replaced by machines anyway.
And not even that. I just mean any assembly line where you do the exact same thing
over and over and over.
And that's the only thing.
There's no change in what you're doing.
Even like there's jobs everywhere that are repetitive in a different way. Like at the shop, right? If you're sanding doors, you're sanding drawers, sanding cabinets, you're at least working on something that's shaped different, a different area, different feel for each thing. I'm talking about like like a car factory. You're putting this one bolt in this one piece and it's going by and another one's come by. You're putting this one bolt in this one, like the same exact thing all day.
That's a
day.
Forrest Gump job.
But I mean, even still, like I know, like there's certain people that enjoy not having to do anything else.
Yeah.
That's not me. But I mean, some people
who works an assembly line, just no disrespect, but how do you just like wake up and find the motivation to go to that job?
Okay, so it can be kind of twofold. I mean, this is just hypothetically in my mind, right? So me personally, at the shop, there's 100 different jobs, right? Kind of all piled into one. When I get to a certain point that I have to do a certain thing that I don't have, that is like mindless, right? Like, whenever I got to run parts through the big sander, whatever.
Oh, for sure.
Then I can actually I listen to audiobooks and podcasts all day long.
I wish.
So
I would love to do that.
So then I can actually focus on the book that I'm reading.
Yeah.
While I'm doing the mindless task. So if it's somebody that has like a side business that they're starting, a factory assembly line job could actually be an advantage because all day long You could actually be learning about other things while
true.
you're doing the mindless job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You could be reading.
I guess you're right.
You could be reading 5 books a week. Like you could
well,
be,
shit, now I want to do that
you
job.
could be the smartest person of all time by the end of a year. You know what I'm saying? You could read all books that there are. You know, of the ones that you need to read. You can read them 20 times in 1 year.
Yes.
You know, so like
That's pretty fucking cool. Now I think about it. I want that job. I want a mindless job where I could just put in my AirPods, just zone out doing something so mundane that I could just listen to podcasts and books all day.
all day long.
Keep like a portable charger with me too. Good
Yeah.
God, that sounds like paradise.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, it's like a real mental gymnastics to balance that, you know?
Yeah.
Because at a certain point, even if you're learning all day, every day, doing this one thing is going to get old.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, that is my number 6 spot. I got janitor. I can't deal with like puke and just mess, like cleaning up bathrooms and stuff too.
Yeah. Like I love the janitors at our school. They are top of the line. Like when it comes to like getting their Christmas gift, I actually get them something good.
Right.
They're
always good people.
Oh, they're the best. Like I want these dudes just to succeed in everything they do outside of those 4 walls.
But like just me personally, like I have a handful of jobs coming up on my list. They're like just dealing in mess and slop. Like I can't handle it.
Yeah. And there's an instance. I feel like I could talk about this now. It was few years ago, actually 3 years ago. Like, I don't think I'll get in trouble for saying this, but like one year, this kid got mad because the office took away something from him. So he goes in the bathroom and smears shit on the walls. Pulls a DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins. Shout out last episode.
Yeah, pulls DeAndre Hopkins and smears shit on the wall. Boy, that janitor, he sniffed that out quick. No pun intended. He went to the office and pulled them tapes, pulled them hallway tapes. All right, these two went at the same time. I'm gonna look at them dead in the eyes, scare them. And boy, did he! They confessed right on the spot. One boy did. I actually said I did. He confessed to it all. He made him clean it.
Oh, well, hell, hey.
And the parent was mad because they made him clean it.
Well, that's a bad parent.
That's a horrible parent.
Yeah. That's how you end up having a kid that's smeared.
Hold on. Sorry, we had to mute the mics for that one.
Good looking out, but hey.
Almost said that out loud. That I think I could have gotten in trouble for.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, janitor, I can't. I just can't. I've done it. I've done the cleaning, the messy stuff. Cause like there's been plenty of circumstances where drunk at a party, somebody pukes, whatever, somebody's got to clean it up.
Yeah.
Or on the boat, people are people are making messes
It's
and whatnot. I also have to be drunk though. If I was a blackout drunk janitor, I could probably handle it.
For sure.
That would be frowned upon.
Yeah. But man, like, especially in education, dude, janitors make that building work.
Right. Yo, you got to have
They're the most important piece of the machine.
Absolutely got to have them.
Like, they are so underappreciated.
That is my 7-6.
All right. My 7-6. Number 7, I got funeral services.
Okay. Like, wait.
Like putting a suit on a dead body.
Okay. So not the funeral director. You're talking about the, what is that other person called?
The Undertaker.
I guess.
I don't know what they're called. I just put funeral services.
So they do the embalming.
Yes. Taking all the organs out.
They do all the makeup and everything. Well,
makeup, put the suit on.
Yeah.
Like you're doing that all damn day. And it's mostly old people.
I feel like a couple of those things are done in a
but just being around death all day too.
Like a medical examiner. Do you have that in your list?
Something similar.
Okay. Because I couldn't be an ME either. They're digging all up and everything.
Like I just can't be around death all day. Like,
right.
Like I went to a funeral a long time ago. I only half-assed knew the person who was related to the person that died.
Yeah.
I was just dating the girl who was like close friends with him. And I went like just being around that. I didn't even know the dude. And it was just like all bummed me out and shit.
Yet I don't handle death well.
Me neither.
I mean, most people don't get me wrong. It's
like if you handle death well, I mean, that's just look inward.
But even a funeral director, you're just around grief every day.
And that like
It's not for me.
Not for me. I'd probably put a bullet in my head after a while. If we're just being honest.
Or you learn how to appreciate life more.
Nah, I'll just be around grief all damn day.
Or you pull a Wedding Crashers.
I forgot about
And you're an even worse person and you take advantage of situations.
You got to be a full-on sociopath for that.
Anyway, so that was your 5.
That was my 7. My number 6. I got a vet.
Veterinarian.
Couldn't put animals down like a good boy.
Okay, that's the way you're going.
Can't put a dog to sleep.
I thought you were talking about
or shove my arm up a horse's ass.
I thought you were talking about like fake diagnosis to get people to pay money for drugs that the animals don't need.
Or that. That's some LP shit you just said.
I'm just assuming they do that.
Sure.
Because I mean, if I tell you your dog has diabetes, what are you going to tell me? No, he doesn't. If I say your dog has stage 2 lung cancer, are you going to dispute that? You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
You're going to, if you're, dude, I guarantee you vets are feeling out these people that bring these designer dogs that are going to pay 10 grand for whatever you tell them the dog needs.
Yeah.
If it's a rough month for the vet, guaranteed they are taking advantage of somebody.
Jesus, that's hilarious.
I never had that thought until just now when you said that. There's no way that doesn't happen.
Has to. I would do it because I'm kind of slimy like that at times.
I know several dogs with diabetes.
Yeah. Like, hey, this
but
operation.
How do you know? You know what I'm saying?
Like, hey, this dog, this little Pomeranian little fuck needs like this transplant.
Yeah.
So you have to cut me a check for $10K.
Or he's going to die.
Or he's going to die. And so they cut you a check for $10K. Like, all right, come back in 2 days. Just board the motherfucker up.
Feed him for 2 days.
Feed him for 2 days.
Yeah.
Just shave him.
Ship shape. Yeah, shave a big spot. Even
like,
cut him and restitch it.
Yeah.
Just don't do anything.
Just don't do anything.
Yeah. Oh, dude, this is absolutely happening. I never thought about it at all until you said that. Then immediately I was
we
like,
got to revisit get rich quick ideas.
yes, dude. Yes.
Let's do that. That'll be our second part 2
Yes.
episode.
23andMe for dogs as well.
Yes.
We've been over this before.
All right, we're doing that
If you
next
have
week.
to send a picture with it,
Next week.
they lying to you.
Get rich quick schemes remix.
Yeah, I'll go back to the old list because
let's
we forgot about a bunch of them.
Let's branch off. Unethical get rich quick.
Well, they're all unethical.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. Anyway. All right. So that was your 7.
Yeah, you're 5'4".
Hey, so my number 5.
Who knew this episode would go off the rails this much?
I don't know, dude, but we getting deep in here. My number 5. Speaking of getting deep, I got proctologist.
What? Number 5?
What? Dude,
Yes.
of all the jobs out there, dude. What? Hey, was not expecting a buzzer in this episode.
I had proctologist / gynecologist.
Okay.
They're neighboring playgrounds.
Well, one's much nastier than. Well, it depends, I guess.
Depends
on your clientele.
I mean,
Fair.
if you're a primetime player, that's you.
Yeah. Anyway, I got proctologist though, just because I mean,
just imagine waking up every morning like, hey, I gotta go. I gotta shove some hose up buttholes.
Yeah.
Dealing with leather Cheerios.
I mean, to be fair though, luckily we're lucky somebody out there is willing to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. Imagine shoving a hose up somebody's butthole and go, oh, you got cancer. You just ruined their day twice.
Fair. It ain't for me.
And a gynecologist too. To go off that, imagine you.
So it depends on your client.
You got a dime walk in, she post up, put her legs on thing, and the situation's just rough.
It's awkward regardless, but I mean, you go from that to about a 3 that's about 260. Then think about your day. I mean, no offense.
Like, I'm just thinking, like, how awkward would it be? You're
no offense. People got their own things.
People got their own thing.
Some people love that. Exactly. It's not for me.
But I just had a thought that, like, How awkward would be your gynecologist?
Shout. I ain't gonna say. I ain't gonna specify the shout out. Some people like those things, though. To be fair, it ain't for me.
It is what it is. All right, but just imagine you're a gynecologist. You got somebody posted up on there, and your stomach starts growling.
Mm-hmm.
How awkward would that shit be?
Well, I'm not thinking about it. You know me, dude. I gotta block this out of my brain over here.
Like, what do you do in that situation?
Don't know.
Like, it's just
Couldn't tell you.
like you got a nurse, a woman, and you in there, and you're like
This whole episode, I've actually pretty much blocked this. My brain is secondary right now.
turned off.
The words are just coming
And
out.
all of a sudden, everybody just hears your stomach growling. You're down there roto rooting.
Yeah, I hear you.
Or it's worse if you're a proctologist.
Oh wait, dude, what is that old joke?
What does a gynecologist and a pizza delivery driver have in common? They can both smell, but they can't eat it.
Okay, no, that's not it. It's the proctologist joke. Something about when they grab you when they got their finger in your butt and they like grab you with both hands or
It's on the
something.
shoulder.
I can't remember what it, dude. I can't remember what it is. It's such an obvious one, but anyway. So wait, that was your. Wait, so we both had proctologists.
Yes, number 5.
So my number 4. All right. I love adventure. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of jobs I would love to do on boats in general.
Yeah.
Like delivering boats, I think would be a great time. Like if like say you were to buy a sailboat that was in South Florida, somebody needs to go pick it up and sail it back to you.
Yeah.
That would be a fun job for me.
Okay.
But what I wouldn't want to do, we all used to love this show growing up, dude. We all watched it. It was on like Discovery. I wouldn't want to be an Alaskan crab fisherman.
Oh, fuck that.
Hell no.
That looks terrifying.
I love adventure, but also
that or ice road truckers.
Oh, absolutely not. But I mean, that's a combination of actually, I don't want to do any job that's in Alaska.
Speaking of
Any job.
downstairs, there's a truck with an Alaskan license plate.
What?
I swear to God. If it's still there, I'm taking a picture of it when I leave.
I don't think I've ever seen. I've seen one.
But imagine you're in Alaska and you drive down to Hammond, Louisiana.
That is a hike. It's probably
What did you do wrong?
no. It's probably somebody in military, and they'll ship your vehicles for free.
Oh, maybe that's it.
They'll ship your boats, your vehicles, all that.
It looked like a company truck though.
Huh?
But that's just a shit. I'd quit that job. Making me drive from Alaska to like North Shore, Louisiana. Man, fuck you.
but no,
I wouldn't want to do that job.
I don't want any job in Alaska. But
I will
also
mention nothing in Alaska.
nothing in Alaska.
I mean, Alaska's a beautiful state.
That's like one of the homies that went and worked there. And like they have a bunch of plant stuff because they have a lot of oil. He may still work there some. When they would go check on different units or whatever, they would have to have like a spotter, like somebody that watches them, keep an eye on them, because it gets so cold there you can just die.
Nice. You're a popsicle.
But anyway,
imagine going to heaven, had to face your ancestors after that. Oh, how'd you die?
just straight up frozen to death.
It was a little nippy outside.
I was at work.
I was at work and it was cold. They just look at you.
But no, Alaskan crab fisherman, that's just a little too much adventure for me.
Yep. All right. So my 5 was proctologist / gynecologist.
Fair.
Number 4, I got prison guard.
Okay.
It goes to like your executioner one. Very similar. But prison
Not
guard.
at all, dude.
Prison.
Executioner's killing people.
Yeah, prison guard.
Prison guard. No, the old Cajun guy we used to hunt with was a prison guard from Angola.
Those dudes are hardcore.
He retired from there. Coolest, nicest old dude you ever met.
Yeah. I actually met some Angolan prison guards. My uncle was friends with one of them. He almost died doing that job because somebody took a bite out of him. And it got infected. Like, he got like blood poisoning.
Jeez. Don't get me wrong. You got to watch yourself.
Oh, yeah. You're looking over your shoulder constantly. I don't want that job.
I don't know how this dude, because I mean, he retired. I mean, he was like almost 70.
And I couldn't do it because me being me, I'm too much of a shit talker to do that job and make it out alive.
Right, I feel you.
Like, somebody would say something like, yeah, that's why your bitch ass behind bars.
Any revolt, you'd have been the first one there.
Oh, for sure. Because like I said, I talk too much shit. Like, I'd brag about what I did over the weekend. You know what I did? I sat on my couch and watched TV. Guess who didn't?
Fair.
Guess what I saw this weekend? A woman. Not you.
Man, them titties.
Oh, dude, they would get it. If a riot were to break out, I'm toast.
Yeah,
For
you're the first
sure.
one going down. Oh, that was your 5-4.
5-4.
My number 3, I got coal miner.
Ooh, yeah, get the black lung.
It is actually still a common job, I'm pretty sure. Especially in any sort of third world country situation. That cave's gonna cave in on you.
Eventually.
I mean, just is what it is, you know. Or you're just huffing soot
Yeah.
24/7.
Zoolander made it fun.
No, he didn't.
He made it look fun, but he had quit because he got the black lung.
Exactly.
That little call.
Yeah. So my number 3 spot, coal miner, just because I mean that's just obvious.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be a coal miner. Well, I mean, I guess if you built with that grit, then sure.
Mm-hmm. All right. Number 3. I got any type of customer service. Like your job every day is to get bitched at by somebody.
So you're talking about customer service at like a large company where all you're doing all day is dealing with unhappy people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't for me.
They're just yelling at you like you did something.
Because the problem is when you're in that position, you're in defense mode 24/7. Because people ain't calling with good things to say.
Yeah.
So it's not a situation where you can reason with anybody because there is no reason. You are wrong.
Yeah. And you gotta smile. The customer's always right. Man, fuck you.
Yeah, I ain't think about that. Not similar to like an HR situation.
Yeah. HR, you deal with employees. Customer service, you're dealing with outside.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it. Like, imagine waking up every day knowing that you're getting yelled at no matter what.
Ooh. Just all day too. Yeah.
And if nobody yells at you that day, well, then guess what? You're not needed.
Right.
So you have to get yelled at.
Yeah, I didn't think about that at all. But that must suck though.
The reason I put that, I saw a meme was this guy said I worked in customer service, and one day someone called up and said, "I'm pretty pissed off. Transfer me to the employee everybody hates over there."
Nice.
That's good looking out.
Yeah.
If I ever have to call customer service for anything, I'm gonna tell them the same damn thing.
Right. Like, oh, who do you want to speak to? You know what?
Transfer me to who you hate the most.
I'm
personally.
in a bad mood.
I'm in a shit mood. You sound nice. Transfer me to who you hate the most over there, because I'm ready to go ham.
Good tactic. Never thought of it.
Yeah, I gotta start doing it. I feel like it'd make me feel better
Absolutely.
as a bitch and customer, because at least I'm yelling at somebody nobody likes.
And it's somebody that probably does it. Yeah, somebody deserves it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, that was your 3.
that was my 3.
My number 2. I know a lot of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's just a situation where I can't handle the messiness of the situation.
Porn star.
No.
Uh,
I could be a male porn star.
you won't eat ass. You get fired.
90% of them don't either.
So you watch 90% of porn.
No, that's just an assumption. But no, my number 2 spot, I got nurse.
Oh
No way you got nurse in the 2 spot, dude.
Oh,
2 buzzers.
go.
There's a million occupations out there to be had, dude. Oh,
Right?
huh? Okay, that's good enough. Dude, you got nurse in the 2 spot?
I put any type of patient care.
Patient care. Okay, yeah.
Can't do it.
Because
Imagine putting a catheter.
they're only
in.
there because, for one, they're sick
Yeah.
or hurt.
Yeah. Imagine seeing somebody with a bone sticking out of their arm.
I don't want to do it either of those people.
What
Sick
about-
or hurt.
What about putting a catheter in?
That or having a sponge bathe old people.
What if it's a dime?
Well, that's not what we're not talking about Seinfeld here.
Yeah.
We're
Shut-
talking.
That's one of my favorite episodes.
We're talking about the George side of Seinfeld here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right. So you sponge bathing like your grandpa's homie.
Right.
Can't do it.
Don't want to do it.
I quit on the spot.
I mean,
Like, if somebody shits the bed,
it's just a lot of mess.
I don't want to deal with it. And sticking needles in people's arms. What if I miss the vein? What if I hit it too well and it just blood squirts out?
Well,
I
I feel like I could handle giving people shots,
I don't think I can.
but like intubating somebody, sticking
Shut-
that junk down there, ugh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 95% of situations I don't want nothing to do with.
Yeah. Shout out if you do that job. You're way more hardcore than I'll ever be.
Well, and you're just around sick people all day. I don't want that.
Yeah. Get the fuck. Go take a shower when you get home.
I mean,
You ever see somebody?
I would shower like 6 times a day.
Like I used to get grossed out. Like when I used to go to Wise Guys a lot, like it's like nurses would show up still in their scrubs. I'm like, you're gross.
Dude, when I'm making a sandwich, I'll wash my hands and then get the bread out.
Wash your hands.
And then when I handle the meat, I'll wash my hands again. Just I got meat juice on my hands.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only person who washes their hands
like 6 times.
Yeah, making a sandwich. Okay, at least I'm not the only weirdo here.
I'll grab the pickles out, put those on, wash the pickle juice off my hands.
Yeah, you can't be having that dealing with other stuff.
Right, you can't mix the juices from one thing to another.
The way you just said that, mix the juices, just sounds icky.
Well, I'll eat a few pepperonis, just straight pepperonis out the bag. And then I got the pepperoni juice on my fingers. I got a
like a little grease. Yeah, and you can't touch bread after
exactly.
That. Okay. We're on the same page here, and I love it.
So there's no way I could deal with sick people all day long.
Dude, like
I already have.
What if a patient dies?
I mean,
because of you.
Well, it's unfortunate. That's like watching Scrubs, dude. You're gonna kill somebody.
Never seen Scrubs.
It's just part of the profession.
People just die.
People do die. Okay, well, that was my 2. That was your 2.
Yeah. That's if we had the same number 1.
There's not a chance we have the same number 1.
All right. How common is it?
Extremely.
Mine's extremely common.
I dealt with one today because we're buying another condo. So,
like an architect?
No, home inspector.
Oh, fuck those people.
So, I got a homie that does it. I couldn't do it. I don't think there's enough. So I'm putting in the scenario of like you got to crawl through attics and there's spider webs everywhere, and there's just nasty junk. But more than anything, some like 100-year-old house that's got a crawl space underneath that's only like 10 inches and it's muddy underneath, and there's who knows what kind of critters and snakes and whatever.
That makes me feel claustrophobic.
You would have to put a gun to my head for me to crawl under there.
Not doing it.
There is no dollar amount. Like, I'll go do some other job and make money my own way. You would literally have to have a gun to my head, be like, hey, if you don't crawl from this end of the house out the other side, I'm going to shoot you in the head. I'd be like, I guess I have no other option. Like, that is my personal nightmare is, for one, I don't like crawling and slop, for one.
Yeah.
But also knowing that there's about 17,000 spiders and spider webs under there. Chalk me up. I may die before I get to the other side on my own. Yeah, on my own.
See, what started my claustrophobia was the Blair Witch Project remake. Somebody's crawling through like this little tube of mud, and it's just closing in and crushing them slowly.
Yeah.
Like that's a personal nightmare of mine now.
Like
just not being able to move, but just slowly, but she ended up getting out. But still, just the thought of just being like crushed all around you from all angles.
But no, just crawl spaces in general, for me,
I'm not doing it.
Not doing it.
That's a very good pick.
And they do that every day.
Yeah.
Sure, you have like some sort of like suit that you put on, but if my face is near joists with spiders and junk running all around right here, go ahead and shoot me. You know what I'm saying? Because if it drops on my face, I'm going to bang my head against the joists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't handle it, you know?
I wouldn't.
So, home inspector.
That's a good pick. All right, my number 1. I say this because I grew up around a bunch of them. My brother was one. I got firefighter.
Oh. I actually wanted to be a firefighter when I was a kid.
A lot of people did.
My uncle, a bunch of my cousins, all firefighters.
I thought it was a cool job until my brother would tell me like all the shit he had to go through.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like I'm not saying who did it, but a firefighter I did know, like a house fire happened. They couldn't find the dog. Well, they found it. It was a little chihuahua. It was just like this big lump of coal. He picked it up and like the skin was still on the ground. It was still meaty on the inside. He said when he did it, he threw up in his helmet.
For some reason, when you frame a situation based around like life-saving action, right? You know, you're attempting Like you're going in there trying to help the situation.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like I could do it.
Except if it's a burning building.
Even a burning building.
I couldn't do it. I mean, if it was my kids or my wife, sure.
The only scenarios
If it was my brother, I gotta see how hot the fire is first.
the only scenarios I've ever been put in that were like life-threatening situations. Like we almost died in that boat wreck.
True.
So like when I came up out the water, people all over the place screaming. Like I feel like I focus better in
Crisis.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. But like I said, I could do a life-saving moment, no problem. But if the house is on fire, I don't know if I'm running in there.
It's definitely a judgment call,
Yeah,
right? I mean, I guess as a fireman, you're supposed to just keep running in no matter what.
yeah, you got to go in.
But I feel like it's still a judgment call.
It would be for me.
Well, I guess the captain is like, "Hey, we can't go in anymore," or
Yeah, he makes the call.
you have to go.
He makes the call. He says, "You going? You're going."
So fair.
And not only that, not many people know this, but firefighters are actually also first responders.
Right.
So if there's a medical emergency, they're usually first on the scene before the ambulance.
That would be my tricky part to deal with.
Oh, he's seen people decapitated. He's seen people halfway decapitated where like head got cut off at the eyeballs, but the lower half, like the nose.
That's wild.
Like the nose, the mouth,
Yeah.
chin still there, brain on the floor. Saw somebody's leg getting impaled through their own face. Like they seen some shit.
Yeah, that part's not for me.
Not for me either. Oh, fun fact. I don't know why this. He also
Is it
said,
fun?
What?
Is it fun?
Yeah, I mean,
you said fun.
all right,
fact.
there's a misconception that that people put the baby on board stickers on a card to let first responders know, hey, there's the baby, get the baby first.
Okay.
That's not a thing. Like the first responder says, hey, we're getting the first person we touch.
Yeah, as you should.
As they should.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck if it's a baby, a grown man. Whoever they touch first, that's who they're saving.
Coming out. Fair.
They got to get the first body out there.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so those baby on board stickers, hey, I put that on there in case somebody tries to save me. Nah, they're saving you first.
Yeah. First live thing they come across.
Yep, first live thing they come across, which is 99 times out of 100 is the driver, because that is the first logical thing they
Yeah,
check
you go to
on.
the driver door, right? Because
Yeah, you go to the
clearly
driver's door.
there's a driver there. You don't know if there's anybody else in there.
So they go to the driver first. They don't give a fuck about the back seat.
Okay.
So yeah, fun fact.
Well, we went off the rails a lot of times during that run we had.
It was fun.
That was a good time.
Yeah, next week we're doing unethical. Well, just get rich part 2.
Yeah, because I mean that was probably within the first 60 or so.
Yeah, we gotta go back and look at that.
We actually that's what we need to do is go back through about like because we already redid the summer anthems one because it was trashed
Yeah,
the way we did it.
We did because
We need to go back and revisit some old lists that we could have done better.
and we just do better.
Yeah, and we just call them part 2. We'll leave part 1 up.
Yeah, and at the beginning of the episode, we'll even do a rundown
Yeah.
of what we said the first time.
Okay. No overlaps.
No overlaps. What else you want to do? We haven't done a music episode in a while.
Dude, I thought there was one that I proposed the other day.
You want to do cover songs? Like cover songs that are better than the original? Well, I want not better than the
Or
original.
just cover songs.
Let's just do cover songs.
I like that.
Let's do cover songs and
Okay.
Get Rich Quick Part 2.
Part 2. All right. That sounds good.
Let's roll it.
All right. So rundowns. Jobs we wouldn't want to do. My number 10, teacher. 9, death row executioner. 8, any job with a wild shift schedule. 7, car factory assembly line. 6, janitor. 5, proctologist. 4, Alaskan crab fisherman. 3, coal miner. 2, nurse. And number 1, home inspector.
All right, number 10, I got washing windows on tall buildings. 9, defense attorney. 8, social media influencer. 7, funeral services. 6, vet. 5, proctologist / gynecologist. 4, prison guard. 3, customer service. 2, any type of patient care. Number 1, firefighter.
Okay. And of course, go hit the 5 stars, people.
5.
We got a lot more new listeners, dude. About lately,
And we love them.
out and about, way more people talking about the pod, which we appreciate it.
Well, I love the love.
We get on here and get drunk and just say dumb
And
things.
we deserve the love.
Just for you people, you know. Hit the 5 stars, leave a written review. Go Go like and subscribe to All Things Boot Crew Media. Check out Kelly Gibson Foundation and come back Monday for more. Oh, and enjoy football season. Kickoff tonight.
Yeah. Football.
Till then, peace.